we have many stories to talk to, so just stay tuned. We're going to talk about the midterm election show, plus we'll inform you on weather updates as well as the upcoming theater show premiering tonight.
Coming up, we're giving you an exclusive take on the Senate recap and the 4-year-old who saved his mom's life. Plus, be prepared to hear all about the Pet of the Week and take a look at how we acknowledge National Cupcake Day. All of that and more on Eagle Eye's Thursday News at 6.
And welcome to Eagle Eye News at 6. I'm Kegan Miller.
And I'm Kensley Davis.
Eagle Eye's midterm election show premiered Tuesday night, and we have an exclusive recap on what all went down on election night. Take a look.
The candidates for the Alabama representative to the United States Senate are Republican Katie Britt, Democrat Will Boyd, and Libertarian John Sophocleous. Katie Britt, who worked previously under Senator Richard Shelby as press secretary and later chief of staff, won the Republican Party's nomination in a runoff against Mo Brooks after receiving 64.8% of the vote. Britt's platform consists of issues such as protecting election integrity, immigration, and the government's, quote, reckless spending. Britt is a pro-life advocate and, if elected, would become the first female Alabama U.S. Senator.
John Sophocleous, an economic professor here at Auburn University, once ran for governor in 2002 as part of a project with the Auburn University Student Libertarians. His key issues include put the power back in the hands of the governed, battle inflation, and abolish all gun control laws.
Dr. Will Boyd is the Democratic nominee for the U.S. Senate. He ran unsuccessfully for the U.S. Senate in 2017, for lieutenant governor in 2018, and the U.S. House in 2016. He also served as chairman of the Lauderdale County Democratic Executive Committee.
Alabama is split up into 7 congressional districts, meaning this election there will be 7 congressional elections happening simultaneously throughout the state. In the 1st district, the candidates running for a seat is Republican incumbent Jerry Carl and Libertarian Alexander Remery. In the 2nd district, there are 3 candidates, a Republican incumbent Barry Moore, Democrat Phyllis Harvey Hall, and Libertarian Jonathan Reels.
In District 3, there are 4 candidates on the ballot. Those candidates include the Republican incumbent Mike Rogers, Democrat Lynn Vesey, Libertarian Thomas Casson, and Independent Douglas Bell. For the 4th Congressional District, the 3 candidates include Republican incumbent Robert Adderholt, Democrat Rick Neighbors, and Libertarian Johnny C. Cochran. The 5th Congressional District candidates consist of Democrat candidate Kathy Warner Stanton, Republican Dale Strong, and Libertarian P.J. Greer.
The 6th Congressional District race will be between Republican incumbent Gary Palmer and Libertarian candidate Andrea Chifo. In the 7th Congressional District race, the candidates running are Democrat incumbent Terry Sewell, Republican Beatrice Nichols, and Libertarian Gavin Goodman.
This year, Alabama will have 2 women facing off for the first time in history as the frontrunners in the gubernatorial race. Governor Kay Ivey, a Republican and incumbent of the position, is the 2nd woman to hold this office in the state of Alabama after Lurleen Wallace ran in 1966. Ivey is also the first Republican woman to hold the position.
Ivey, a graduate of Auburn University, has a history in Alabama politics, including state treasurer and lieutenant governor. She runs on a platform encompassing a multitude of issues such as pro-life, gun rights, and quality education. For a full list of Ivey's campaign issues, visit kivyforgovernor.com.
Yolanda Flowers has spent over 20 years of her life in the education field. She won the Democratic primary runoff against Malika Sanders Fortier with a 55.1% of the vote securing the nomination. Her campaign runs on the idea of reconstructing Alabama through instituting policies that will do things like expand Medicaid, expand funding for public schools, and reconsidering stiff sentences for lower-level drug offenses.
The Libertarian candidate James Jimmy Blake has served for 8 years on the Birmingham City Council. His main issues consist of protecting the Blackwater River, protecting property rights, fighting inflation, and cleaning up Alabama prisons and treating prisoners humanely.
Something magical is taking place at the Telfair Pete Theater. Come experience the magic of Pippin, Auburn University Theater and Dance's first musical of the season. Pippin is a play starring a troubled young man who goes on a journey of self-discovery to find meaning, and even a little bit of magic along the way, as a troupe of mysterious players guide his way. This play shows the power of musical theater and stagecraft while telling Pippin's story. If you're interested, opening night is tonight at 7:30 p.m. on the Telfair Pete Theater main stage. To participate in discussion about the performance with the director and company members or learn about production, make plans to attend Talk Back Thursday on Thursday, November 17th after the show.
Attention game day parkers, there's a few reminders you should be aware of before the game this Saturday. Parking services announced that some parking lots can possibly carry restrictions on game day and the days before the game during the fall semester. If you need more clarity on where you should park this weekend, visit the parking services website.
On behalf of Eagle Eye News Station TV, we would like to congratulate the Auburn Plainsmen because they were named the 5th winningest student media outlet in the country. The Associated Collegiate Press, or ACP, at Media Fest 2022 announced that news at its annual conference. For people who may be wondering what is the significance of this award, ACP Director Gary Lundgren has you covered. He claimed the pacemaker really represents the best of the best and it is appropriate that we recognize the rich tradition this award has in collegiate journalism as a part of our centennial celebration. The Plainsman newspaper has become the most decorated non-daily newspaper in the country. Congratulations, Auburn Plainsmen.
Don't forget to get involved in Auburn. As the semester goes by, there are more activities that you do not want to miss. Involvement Ambassador Clay Gibson will give you the upcoming events and activities you can get involved with on campus this week.
War Eagle guys, my name is Clay Gibson and I'm here with the involvement update. The first update I have for y'all is that the Glamourado will be outside of the Edge Central Dining on Monday, November 7th from 11 to 2. Come by, get your picture taken, and get included in the 126th edition of the Glamourado. The Beat Bama food drive will be on the concourse all week, raising donations for the Food Bank of East Alabama. Come hang out with them and learn how you can help fight food insecurity in our community. Obby Committee is a fun and exciting way to get involved and get up close and personal with the biggest Auburn fan on campus, Obby. Members meet with the current Friends of Obby and help design and create props and materials for athletic events, pep rallies, skits, and other events. Take advantage of your creative mind, get involved, and come to the next committee meeting. Obby Committee meets every Tuesday night before a home football game at 7 p.m. at the Melton Student Center loading dock. My last update for today is to be sure to check out organization days on the concourse every Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to stay up to date on ways you can get involved throughout the semester. And just as a reminder, AU Involve has information about everything going on around campus, so I encourage y'all to check that out for more involvement opportunities. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to an involvement ambassador at involve@auburn.edu. Thanks guys, and War Eagle.
So if you're anything like me, you've been looking forward to having some real fall weather, and it looks like we're finally going to be able to have some of that coming up next week. But until then, you're going to want to keep a hold of your umbrella or your rain jacket, because tomorrow and tonight it looks like we're going to see some rain coming from the system that is being dispersed throughout the area. After this rain moves through, though, we're going to have some of that nice, cool, real fall weather. On Saturday, we're going to have a bit of a cloudy system coming through, but for the rest of the week, it should be, and the rest of the weekend, it should be very sunny, although it still will be cool. Later in the week, though, we're going to see some, possibilities of showers, so you're going to want to keep an eye on your radar app or your weather app or whatever you use to keep track of that.
Thanks, John, for the weather update. Now let's take a look at the Senate recap for this week. Auburn SGA Vice President Coleman Turnipseed has an announcement for today.
Hello and welcome to this week's Senate recap. This week we had Halloween Senate and our senators were able to dress up alongside their committees. This week we also had the voting day timeline as well as a code change to voting day go through as current orders. As decided, spring SGA elections will take place on February 3rd from 7 to 5, which is a change from how it usually goes from 7 to 7, and that is reflected now in the Code of Laws. Next week, we have two resolutions coming through, one in regard to the creation of a water line in between Wiggins and the Louder parking lot, and also a resolution about the implementation of an early alert system for a timely grade implementation. This upcoming Monday, November 7th at 6 p.m., we have our open house in regard to minor candidate elections. Registration for minor candidate elections is now open at aub.ie/campaign registration and will be open until December 1st at 4:45 p.m. That is all from me this week, but I will see some of you at the open house on Monday, and I will see all of you back here next week on Eagle Eye.
Auburn family, let's give a warm welcome to Wade Stevens, the new director of the Auburn University Raptor Center. The Raptor Center's purpose is to boost tourism, elevate the Auburn brand, while also bolstering its mission committed to raptor rehabilitation and conservation. As expected, Stevens will fulfill these tasks. The Raptor Center is celebrating their 50-year anniversary, and it's almost been 20 years since they've had a full-time director. Wade Stevens is very confident about him and his team's ability to create success for the center in the future.
The International Student Organization provided the opportunity for Auburn students to come and enjoy new cultures and having diverse foods together last Thursday night. It was a meaningful experience for domestic students here at Auburn. Let's take a look at the International Peace Dinner with reporter John Carter.
This past Thursday, hundreds of Auburn students, faculty, and community members gathered in the Student Activity Center for the International Student Organization's annual Peace Dinner. The dinner was aimed to bring the Auburn campus together with a meal featuring cuisine from Pakistan, Vietnam, Italy, India, Hungary, Bangladesh, China, Africa, Spain, Nepal, and Iran. Along with offering options from multiple countries, halal and vegetarian options were also offered, as well as a dessert table. As a visitor to the dinner, I can say with confidence that it helped serve ISO's mission to help improve multinational understanding and promote relationships between people of different cultures. If you have an interest in attending the dinner next year, make sure you check out ISO's page on AU Involve. This has been John Carter with Eagle Eye TV.
We enjoy having Thanksgiving, but we cannot wait for Christmas. If you are the same way, be willing to give some warm-hearted gifts to donate toys for the Auburn Toy Drive. For the Auburn Toy Drive, which is organized by Auburn Public Safety and the Student Philanthropy Board, a mentorship program of the Women's Philanthropy Board will be gathering new unwrapped presents for children ages 2 to 8. By giving Christmas gifts to children in need, this organization aims to support local families in Auburn. The Student Philanthropy Board emphasized the importance of donation during the holiday season, and they quoted, "During this holiday season, please remember those who may be less fortunate. All donations are extremely important. No monetary donations may be accepted. However, any purchased gift is appreciated." Anyone who would like to participate can drop off their new unwrapped toy in Spidle Hall or the Carey Center until November 25th. For questions or additional information, contact Human Science Academic Program Administrator Brittany Spillman through email or call 334-844-3557.
When we come back, we'll be talking about in a national sports update from Joe Champagne. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Good evening, Auburn. I'm Joe Champagne. Tonight, we will look forward to some quality football and talk about a few new champions. Last week, the World Series came to a close with Houston Astros winning it in 6 games. Another champ crowned this weekend was Joey Logano, who won the NASCAR race in Phoenix, making him this year's Cup Series champ. This is Logano's 2nd championship. Starting with college, we have some ranked matchups to look out for this weekend, including Washington at Oregon, Alabama at Ole Miss, and finally a rivalry game where Texas takes on undefeated Texas Christian University. As far as the NFL goes this weekend, the best matchups are Cardinals in LA for the Rams, the Chargers in San Francisco, and Monday night, the Commanders tried their luck against the Eagles. I'm Joe Champagne, War Eagle.
Thank you, Joe, for taking over for me in the sports segment tonight. Out to the game I'm most excited to watch to see if TCU can stay undefeated against Texas this weekend. Now on to more serious news. A viral video was taped in the halls of University of Kentucky, and it has took the internet by storm. In the video shows a student racist attack against another student. The University of Kentucky student who was a victim of this racist attack speaks at a march against racism. Take a look.
Hundreds took to UK's campus Monday night to speak their minds. Both in support of Kyla Spring.
I just want to give grace to that girl, especially as a freshman. Going through that, me as a sophomore, I never went through something like that, so I just hope the best for her.
And against Sophia Rosing on the same night that the 22-year-old bonded out of jail. Students and activists alike voiced their displeasure not just with the incident, but also with how the university has handled it since.
They want to tell you, they want to hide it, they want to say, we care about you, we don't condone any of that. Why is she still a student? She should not be here.
The university says that its Office of Student Conduct is working through its disciplinary process, and spring is awaiting its resolution.
I'm deeply saddened by the events that took place, but I am most grateful for justice that is to come.
Kyla's mother, Betsy, also stepped up and shared her thoughts, imploring the crowd to ensure that this is not just a moment, but the start of a movement.
Our entire family, we thank you for this support, but do not let it stop here.
Say her name!
Kyla Spring!
Fighting back tears, Kyla shared a message of unity with her black community at UK and a message of strength with her accused attacker.
And to Miss Rosing, you will not break my spirit.
In Lexington, Jeremy Toms, WKYT.
How does that saying go? Oh yeah, children are really smarter than you think. Do you believe that is true? Well, we'll see after we take a look at how a 4-year-old pint-sized protector leads a 911 call that saved his mother from a seizure. What a hero.
A Wisconsin woman who suffered an incapacitating seizure says she's lucky to be alive, all thanks to the heroic actions of her 4-year-old son.
He's my little Superman.
Kayla Moore says she suffered from chronic seizures for years, and when she felt a recent one coming on, she dialed 911. But it was her 4-year-old son, Logan, who talked the dispatcher through the emergency.
My mommy's having an episode. She's taking her leg and her head.
Okay. Is she able to talk to me on the phone?
No.
The little boy stayed on the phone until paramedics arrived to help his mom. Local officials later honored Logan's bravery with a certificate and medals. And from a cautionary tale with a pint-sized protector to a word of caution about frog licking. Yes, you heard that right. The National Park Service recently posted a PSA warning desert park visitors not to lick the Sonoran desert toad, a species that secretes a psychedelic toxin which some people ingest and even smoke to hallucinogenic effect. The NPS says this toxin is strong enough to kill an adult dog, and as for humans, one ill-advised lick can make you very, very sick. Finally, if you want to catch the last total lunar eclipse for some time, too late! You missed it. The election morning lunar light show began with the Earth's shadow shrouding the moon, then turning it a spectacular crimson color, hence the nickname, a blood moon. The next total lunar eclipse isn't set to occur until 2025. Sorry, Charlie. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
While Philadelphia may have lost not one, but 2 championships on Sunday, they had plenty to cheer for, as one of their own went on a mission to eat 40 rotisserie chickens in 40 days. Let's see how this turned out.
A guy who eats a chicken a day for 40 days deserves a chant. Eat that chicken! Eat that chicken! You'd look fed up too if you were feeding yourself an entire rotisserie chicken every day. Philadelphia resident Alexander Tominski documented his feat right down to the bones. The Philadelphia Phillies may have lost the World Series,
but Chicken Man really brought it home.
His fame grew online, and by the time leaflets appeared announcing he'd eat his 40th chicken on an abandoned pier, no wonder a crowd showed up. Chicken Man told the New York Times he lost 16 pounds over those 40 days. He got so sick of chicken, he started chewing it into pieces, then washing it down. Basically, I drank the chicken. The guy who shot this video described Chicken Man's technique.
Massaging the meat, fingering it, if you will, to make it easier to consume.
When bones were picked clean, Chicken Man held them up triumphantly, occasionally tossing them to the crowd. He even sang along to Springsteen's Streets of Philadelphia.
It's just you and me, my friend!
As he polished off the last bite, and then he hoisted the empty plate like an Olympic medal. Fans may say Chicken Man for president, but Chicken Man himself told the Times, "I'm happy that it's over. My body is ready to repair." For some Philadelphians,
it was as momentous and epic
as Rockies run up the steps of the Philadelphia Art Museum. Though rocky is how Chicken Man's digestive system must have felt. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
When we come back, we'll reveal what national day it is, the oldest woman in the U.S., and the pet of the week. You're watching Eagle Eye TV, Auburn's news leader.
Your national day today is all about vanilla cupcakes. Vanilla cupcakes are originally baked in heavy pottery cups, but these days, some bakers still use individual ramekins, small coffee mugs, large teacups, or other small, even proof pottery type dishes for baking their bakings. Vanilla cupcakes are considered an art form. Bakers create elaborate decorations and displays utilizing a variety of ingredients for the centerpiece of a wedding, birthday, or anniversary. Cupcakes satisfy everyone's sweet tooth. Decorate some fabulous tasting vanilla cupcakes to share. Why don't you invite family and friends to enjoy them, or take them to class? Take some pictures of your cupcakes and post them on social media with hashtag National Vanilla Cupcake Day. We should have brought cupcakes tonight because it was actually Kensley's birthday yesterday.
Thank you, Kegan. I probably ate one too many cupcakes yesterday. I don't think I can ever use the phrase, "I feel as old as I am," after hearing this story. I mean, I know I'm young, but I could start feeling old and weak if I allowed myself to. An Iowa woman inspires many as she continues to live her life like it's golden as each birthday passes by. She defies the odds by keeping a positive attitude and a great song to keep her dancing. Today, she makes history as the oldest person in America. Take a look.
For a 115th birthday, it's best not to have all the candles on the cake, but no extra frills are needed when celebrating such a special moment with all her surviving kids at her side.
How old are you, Mom?
The eldest of those is Joan Schaefer, who just celebrated her 90th birthday a day earlier.
I don't know how you can put it into words. It's marvelous that we still have her.
They all have the same description of their mom, hardworking, and a lot was asked of Bessie from an early age.
Her mother died when she was about 13. I think Mom was about 13 years old, and she raised her siblings after that. And then when she taught school, she lived right across the road from where she taught school, so she had no reason not to go to make it to school.
Happy birthday.
The Shady Oaks Care Center hosted the rare birthday party with employees helping celebrate. And it's understandable to be a little tired at 115, but her children sang her favorite song.
You make me happy when skies are gray.
She loves to sing. Like I say, we used to wheel her around here in Shady Oaks, and every room we'd stop at, she'd still sing, "You Are My Sunshine." And I think the residents look forward to it every day, too.
This time, Bessie got to be the audience to her favorite song, a special moment in a special life.
She's always caring about her family. She always did that. Family came first to Mom. Always.
Meet our new friend Noir for Pet of the Week. Noir weighs 53 pounds and she is a mixed breed. Noir came into our care as a mom and very skinny from giving her all to take care of her baby. Since then, her baby has been adopted and Noir is ready to find a family of her own that will take care of her. She is slowly gaining her weight back and getting back to peak health. Noir would be best in a home by herself as she wants all the attention to herself. Way to go, Noir. She is heartwarm positive, but LCHS does help cover a portion of the treatment once adopted. Noir has had a rough start to life and is deserving of a family that can show her just how wonderful life can be. Please give Lee County Humane Society a call at 334-821-322.
For more Auburn news, head over to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, and check out our social media pages. I'm Kensley Davis.
And I'm Kegan Miller. Make sure you tune in every Monday and Thursday to watch Eagle Eye News at 6 or
Eagle
Eagle Auburn.
Auburn.